wanted to show you a project that I'm working on. It is in the brand new stages of being worked on, so it's not got a lot of detail on it. I did take one of the black, it's like 8 by, let's see, 9 by 8 black 3-ring binders that you can get at Office Depot for like $7. I liked it because it's really wide. I've used this on other projects. I really like these binders. I wish they came in other colors, but at least, you know, anyways, it's workable. To decorate the whole thing, I am using the Country Boutique pad from Fancy Pants because I love this paper and it's got all the colors I want to decorate my craft room with. So that's the plan on that. And basically what I'm making is a home binder. It won't have like passwords and contact information, all that. A lot of the ones that I've seen online have had all kinds, everything goes into their home binder. I needed something to organize my cleaning and my to-do projects around here and wants and needs, and what else do I have in here? Oh, and menu planning. And so this is kind of what I've come up. I'm calling it a home binder also because it's things for the home. And I'll just get into showing what I've got so far. If you guys have ideas or tips and tricks, if you use a home binder, please leave them in the comments. I'm open to all suggestions. And yeah, basically I decorated the inside and out. It's one of those that has the pockets in the front and the back. I had a whole bunch of these. They're like 14 by 14 file folders, divider sheets, and so I just cut them up to make like dashboards. If you know Filofax, they have like these plastic dashboards. I like them because it kind of gives you something stable to hold on to when you flip the pages and that kind of stuff. I also use Post-it notes a lot. If you guys know me at all, you know this. And so they stick great to this. The only downside to these, and I thought they were so cool and I did a whole bunch of them and yay, except for I forgot that one side is textured and so nothing sticks to it. That's alright. At least one side is still stickable. But so I have a whole bunch of those in it. I made divider pages to put in between the sections. I don't have them labeled yet because I haven't really decided what to call the different sections yet. So being the OCD person that I am, I don't want to label it until I'm positively, absolutely, for sure of absolutely, it never, ever, maybe, might not change, ever, certainty. But, so this is the first divider. The front of all the dividers have a pattern paper. The back of all the dividers just have a plain paper. Again, all from the paper stack. The first section is going to be my cleaning, my 2-week kind of month. It's going to have a month calendar, a 2-week cleaning calendar, and then a 2-week menu calendar. Sorry, as soon as I get started, the phone dings at me. But anyways, pretend that's not there. The first month that I worked on is October. And I saw a whole bunch of videos for DIY fish inserts for Filofax and that kind of stuff. I love the idea. I didn't like any of the ones that she has, not because they weren't great, but because they didn't fit what I was trying to do. So I took her idea and I twisted it around and I spun it and made it into my own idea. But the inspiration for this did come from the DIY fish insert. So basically the first month would be October. You open it and it would look something like this. October has, for me, it has 2 different sections in it, and I'll explain that in a second. But on the first page, which is an 8 by 11, it's just a normal printer paper. It's, you know, thin printer paper. I have the month of October. And again, this is just for cleaning projects and menu planning. So there's no appointments or any of that kind of stuff. I keep all that on my calendar on my computer. Monthly get her done plan is basically once a month I want to clean every single room very deeply and clean. I want to tear it apart and clean it up once a month. And which sounds like a lot, but I don't have a very big house, so it's not ginormous, so it's not a huge project. But I want to start getting into the habit of doing a deep clean once a month, and hopefully I can start kind of keeping up with some of the stuff that I just shove off because I don't want to do it. That and the fact that I'm kind of an organizing freak. I don't know if you've kind of noticed that about me, but and yeah, anyways. My friend Pia sent me this really awesome washi tape, so of course I can't not decorate Anyway, so that's the month, and it stays out all month. It sits on my desk like this essentially, which is great because that's what I made it for. The middle column is the first 2 weeks. This one happens to start October 5th and it runs through the 18th. So I have a week here and a week here. This is the month of get it done ones. Every week though, every single day of every week except for weekends has a light cleaning day. So basically it's those days that you just run through the room and kind of pick everything up and dust a little bit and that kind of stuff. That way I'm hoping that when I get to the deep cleaning day, it won't be as hard with me. So like, for example, Monday would be the master bedroom, Tuesday would be my husband's room, Wednesday would be my room, Thursday would be my bathroom and Joshua will clean his bathroom, and Friday will be Joshua's bedroom, and then I will have other tasks. He does his own cleaning. That's the rules of our house. So, and then the next week I've split the kitchen into 2 days. Monday is day 1 and Tuesday is day 2 because I clean, it's not a large kitchen, but I want to make sure that I don't miss something because there's a lot in it. So one half of the kitchen would have like the refrigerator and the microwave in it. The other half of the kitchen has the pantry and the stove in it. So that way they kind of get split up. So they're, you're not having to do so much cleaning in one day. Laundry and hallway. Again, both bathrooms get cleaned once a week. And then garages pick up. I don't have closets in my room. So the garage is kind of our, throw it out there, poof, landing spot. And so I want to keep that picked up, especially when the winter's coming on. We store our wood pellets in the garage. You have to be able to get to those to actually use them. So it's prudent to keep it clean, or at least picked up. Plus my dryer's out there. So it's the month, the first 2 weeks, and the first 2 weeks of menu plans, because I also want to start planning out my menus so shopping is not such a chore and figuring out food is not such a chore. Yeah, you get it? So I have 1 week at the top, 1 week at the bottom. All I have to figure out is dinners, because my son and I are super easy when it comes to fixing lunch. I just plan my husband's lunches for work and send them with him. So basically, I just have to worry about dinners. We usually have leftovers or something for us to eat for the next day at lunch. I plan a weekend lunch on Saturday and Sunday. Sometimes I don't, sometimes I do. Sometimes it's, hey, let's have leftovers, because that's what we get. And then I make my husband's lunch for the week. He gets a split lunch, so anyways, you don't care. But so that's the first week, that's the second week, and I haven't worked up a shopping list thing, mostly because I shop at only 3 different stores, so I just kind of know that to divide it up. But I will have a section that my post-it notes can go in, because that's what I use for my shopping list. Okay, so if you're still with me, I have month, first 2 weeks, first 2 weeks. Then there's the last 2 weeks of the month. First, here, let me explain this before. The weekly cleaning, the 2-week get her done plan, where it's just the quick pickup. I have a list on this page, which is the back of the next page, that basically these are the things I want to do quickly and make sure they're kind of picked up. Then when I'm ready to go on to the last 2 weeks of the month, all I did was print out the week part and the 2-week menu plan part. So the month will stay, 2 weeks cleaning schedule is back, and the 2 weeks of menu planning is back. So then I just have to plan my food, double check this, ready to go, and then the following month shows up with the list printed on the back of it. So it's boom, boom, boom. When October's over, I just fold it up, flip over to November. Of course, there'll be repeated months coming, and it goes on and on. And so that's so far my plan for my dashboard, if you will, of my cleaning and menu planning, and 2 weeks at a time, trying to keep up with everything. Okay, so then the rest of it is a work in progress, because I'm still trying to figure out the bones of it. Again, another pattern paper divider, tab, another dashboard, and as you can see, I washi taped a note that I've got to make a chart for. And in this section, it's basically going to be the deep cleaning lists. So what do I want to do differently from the week to week one that I'm going to do for the once a month pull it apart list. And then, so that's what these lists are for. And then I have a place to write down notes as I'm cleaning the room. Does something need to be fixed? Does something need to be replaced? Does something need to be repaired? Blah, 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 blah. I can make notes, and then it's all ready to go. And so far I have the hallway one done and the bedroom one done. And basically I like to check off lists. So I put little dashes, circles there, so I could just check them off as I do. And again, this is the monthly, once a month, get her done list. And so I'll have one of these for every room in every section. And I'll also have one of these for Joshua's room and Joshua's bathroom, so he can check off the things too, and that makes it simple. The next section is projects. Again, it's another pattern paper. I love that. Don't you love that? Is a project list. I have another dashboard to post-it note stuff onto. We divide out our property into 3 sections. We have the house, we have the yard, and we have a humongous shop. So that's how I divided our project list. And basically I made it into another fold out. So like when you're just glancing at it, it looks like this. At the top you have house projects. The gray bar shows those dream projects I hope someday before I'm too old to enjoy them to have completed. Then I have a regular house projects list, which is basically happening within the next year. And then a need to repair list. That's empty simply because, wow, I haven't filled all those in yet. But it goes on to fold out to a full page of need to repair, need to replace, need to buy, and need to build. And so the need to repair obviously is it's broke, fix it. Unless it's like water pumping out, and I won't take the time to write that on the list. I'll just call the plumber. But the need to replace list is for items around the house. They're working now, but they need to be replaced. We've used them for quite a while, quite a few years, like our winter heaters. We've had them for a few years. They still work, but they're electronics and they're heaters, and it's time to start planning to replace them, things like that. The need to buy list is not the shopping list. In the sense, like, if you have a project that you need to get done, it's not the parts of the project. This is simply like new sheets or new pillows or, whatever it may be. I want to buy some new storage cabinets, things like that. That's the need to buy. And then we also have a lot of things that we build ourselves, so the build list is obviously there. So that is the one for the house. I didn't pick the colors of the pins for any particular reason other than that's what I grabbed when they were in the jar. So in case you're wondering if they're color coded, they're not. The next one is the yard. We are having the front of our house yard completely destroyed by the state of Montana because they're replacing the street and widening it, putting in ditches and pipes, and oh mercy. So for the next probably 3+ years, our front yard will be a disaster zone. But after that, when we start to put everything back together, we do have a list of things that we'll need to do to replace and fix all of that stuff. But we currently have a smaller list that we need to get done in the next year, actually before that project starts. Need to repair right now, surprisingly, there isn't anything. But it's the same thing. It folds out, and you have replace, buy, and build. And lastly, of course, is the shop section. I don't know what goes in there because I don't go out there other than to get my car out of it. So my husband will have to fill that in if he actually wants anything. And so that's that section. So the next section that I have is the wants and needs section for personal. So I picked that one. I love that. I love the colors. And what I'm kind of hoping for is a little bit of family participation in this so that we have, and again, these are not the final lists. They're just, I was trying to get stuff in the book so I could work with it till it didn't work and then I could make something else. But what I wanted to do was set up a list of things for me, my husband, and my son, and a list of things that we want. So at Christmas time and birthday time and anniversary time and stuff like that, you're not sitting around going, so what would you like for your birthday? We can just kind of fill it in. Or if you happen to overhear somebody say, gosh, I really love that transformer, we can write it down. And so it's the same with my husband and the same with me, and so on and so forth. And so that's what I'm hoping that section will be. I don't know if it'll stay. It's great intentions. It doesn't mean it'll actually work. And then the last section that I have so far is the yearly, and again, a dashboard. All of them have the dashboard. I haven't finished this one. I've just barely started it actually, but I want to put a list of things that you have to do once a year or twice a year, like change batteries and smoke detectors. We have to install a pump in the spring and we take the pump out in the fall. Buying pellets once a year, renewing the car stuff once a year, whatever those yearly things that you have to do that you never think of doing till, hey, it's due. So that's what this section is going to be. And so that's basically what I've got in my home binder so far. Like I said earlier, a lot of people have also in there like their contact information and their passwords and all of that kind of stuff, and they have it one great big spot. I don't do that. I have another binder for that. I bought another one of these black binders. I think I have a video on this one. And I'm not prepared to show you this one because it's got all my personal information in it. But if you're interested in a video and this kind of to walk through it, I can show you how I'm setting this one up. This is the grab the child, then grab this book in case of fire book. This one, I don't care because if it burns to the ground, that won't matter. But this one is our important papers, our contacts, or not important papers, our important information, contact information, birthday information. You know, all of those things you never want to lose, those business cards that, hey, you finally found a plumber that'll actually do a good job, that kind of stuff, that all went in there. So if you guys want kind of a quick walkthrough of that, leave me a comment and I can show you that one. But for today, this is my home binder, what I've got going so far. And again, if you guys have suggestions or anything like that, comments, questions, concerns, whatever, leave me a comment. I would love to hear what you have to say. And I will link to DIY Fish's YouTube channel so you can check out her stuff. Again, I made these, were inspired by her. I did not use her stuff, but I want to give credit where credit is due because she thought of the brilliance of it, and I want to make sure that she gets credit for it. So, yeah. Whew! That's talking at 100 miles an hour. How's that working out? Y'all have a great day. I'll catch you later. Bye.